Tennessee their second. Down low, shot up and in. That's Damian Kinlock, a third-team preseason all-conference pick. Transfer out of South Carolina. They're looking for him to do a lot this year.
Well, you know, he was posting up a freshman down there, and he's going to eat the freshman's lunch.
Tennessee very close to another turnover. Jolly can't save it before he steps on the end line. Tennessee will maintain possession. 5-0 Tennessee Tech, off to a great start. And they come in here with a lot of confidence.
What Tennessee wants to do right now is to work for a great shot, not turn the ball over, work the offense. Buzz Peterson's installed a motion offense here at Tennessee, and they've got to move the ball around a lot, look for the best shot, be patient.
John Higgins is going to run the point tonight, at least in the beginning for Tennessee, scribbling with it. Holden. 4 on the shot clock. And they don't get it off. Another turnover for Tennessee. An excellent defense by Tennessee Tech.
Did I say be patient?
That's a little bit overboard.
That's a little overboard. You know, you look for Vincent Yarbrough as senior captain of this team. You look at the shot clock and make sure that he has enough time on the shot clock to shoot the rock. You know, that's just poor judgment there.
Lee Gaden, first team preseason all-conference pick, second teamer the end of last season along with Jolly. He takes the long-range bomb, no problem. Tennessee Tech out 8-0.
That's 2 threes already in the first couple of minutes of the game. You know, they've hit 96, they hit 3 consecutive games in 96 games. So this team is going to back down from Tennessee on their home court.
Yarborough tries to take over, forces one. Rebound comes out to Gaden of Tennessee Tech. Looks to be a very confident team. Great passing inside. Nice shot.
Gotta get a TO, baby.
Buzz Peterson wants to talk it over as Tennessee Tech scores the first 10. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And we'll keep it right here at Thompson-Boling Arena.
This isn't what Buzz envisioned here, coming out 10-0. But
10-0. Tennessee regroups. Another turnover. And a travel. Looked like Jolly may have, or excuse me, Westmoreland may have hit a wet spot in the middle of the lane. Stevie, let's look at it again.
Let's take a look at this. Whoa, the Orange jumped up and got him there. You know, that's, they talk about the ghosts of the Boston Garden. You know, Tennessee has a couple of ghosts around here, too.
5-3, neither team handling it really well. Another miss by Tennessee. They're still 0 for the ball game. It doesn't take long to see that Gaden really handles the show for the Golden Eagles.
He is the floor general, and as I mentioned before, Jolly is 1B. They look for both of those guys to score. Great back cut there by Gaden, but unfortunately he wasn't paying attention.
Wasn't looking. Checking in for Tennessee Tech, number 43, Jason Harrell. Harrell, a 6'7" sophomore from Martin, Tennessee. So go ahead.
Touchdown and field goal. The balls are down.
Janice Grindstaff has also checked in for Tennessee. Holden from long range. There's Tennessee's first bucket, a three-pointer for Holden.
He can shoot the rock. You know, when he's open like that, he can shoot the rock, but the question remains, he's still a freshman. How consistent can he be?
Tennessee trying to pick up the defensive pressure. Tech moving the ball well. And there's another turnover, a travel called against Kinlock.
Kinlock looking too much to the basket there and kind of shuffled his feet.
Thaddeus Holden getting the start, one of the newcomers. Played at Seward County Community College last year. Has a couple of years of eligibility left. They look to him to run the point at some point. Grindstaff with a nice drive, but he can't finish. And Kinlock rips the rebound down.
Well, that's been the knock on Janice Grindstaff throughout his career here at Tennessee. Kind of gets in the paint, gets out of control, and can't finish. You know, Buzz is really looking for him to have more leadership as well.
Jolly and Grindstaff having a little jostling match.
But Jolly's been here before. You know, he thinks that this is his court. He's been here before.
There's Jolly. Nice move.
Sweet shot. Tell you what, Jolly's a heck of a player. This is my first chance to look at him live and in person. He's a great player.
5 points for him already. As we mentioned in the pregame, led Tech to their 2 exhibition wins with 20 and 16 respectively. Played 5 minutes. So far it's all Tech. Yarborough wide open, can't cash it in. That's Harrell with a rebound. Quick outlet. And a foul underneath. And we've got a possible injury. Kinloch has been a little bad. Back with more. You're watching CSS, your source for Sporting Arena, as the cheerleaders perform for a rather sparse opening night crowd that does continue to file in here at Thompson-Boling Arena. Stevie, Tennessee Tech, as we mentioned in the pregame, hey, they came in here thinking they can win, and they're playing like it.
They are playing like it. I mean, well, you talk about the crowd. This is an LA type of crowd, you know, late arriving. But, you know, you look up at the hustle stats. Tennessee Tech, 4 rebounds. Tennessee, none. You know, Tennessee Tech, 3 steals. Tennessee, none. Tennessee Tech, 3 assists. Tennessee, none. It's just a bunch of zeros up there. And, you know, these guys are playing on their home floor. They got to play better.
Yeah, Buzz not very happy with the way things are going to this point. This game is still very early. This team needs to gather it together, and Vincent Yarborough going to come out front.
They need Vincent Yarborough to go to the basket more. I mean, you take a look at this guy, they need his inside presence more right now than his outside presence.
Derek Stribling out of the corner. Tennessee with 2 buckets, both threes. A very short lineup. Tennessee going with a lot more quickness now. Crump, the only big guy in there. Shot out front by Jolly, no good, and Crump comes out with a rebound. Good defensive pressure by Kinloch. Takes away any fast break opportunity, and Tennessee's going to have to set it up. And I tell you what, Stevie, I think Tennessee would like to run a little bit.
I think they'd love to run. They'd love to get this game in the high 90s in the hundreds, but especially with Tennessee Tech's case, you know, they want to get up and down the floor as well. So we'll see what happens in the game.
Got a foul call. Higgins will trigger it underneath as Coach Lebo has a little bit of a discussion with one of the officials.
Got some great basketball minds on the floor tonight with Jeff Lebo. You talk about all the experiences that he's had with Dean Smith. Great minds in the game tonight.
3-pointer no good by Grindstaff, with the offensive rebound to Yarborough. Tennessee now with 12 possessions, 2 of 7 shooting, and 5 turnovers. Grindstaff tries to go to the lane again, Stevie, and very similar to what you said earlier, got in there.
I mean, he's a little out of control, but, you know, again, he's playing with a freshman right there in Crump, and he's not used to the atmosphere yet. He's not used to catching those types of passes.
Grindstaff with a heads-up move with time winding down. Bounces it off Beasley's leg, and Tennessee will get 5 more seconds.
That voice you hear yelling is not one of the fans. That's actually Buzz Peterson yelling from the other end of the floor, so very vocal coach here.
Tennessee ice cold from the field so far. And really not getting a lot of good opportunities.
No, they're not. You know, they're using up all the shot clock, and very awkward looking shot by Crump.
It's going to be a foul on Vincent Yarborough, his first team foul against Tennessee. Excuse me, second team foul.
Take a look at this one. He just really wasn't ready to shoot the ball. And you can't fault Vincent Yarborough for trying to get in there and hustle, but Crump, it's just an awkward shot, just wasn't ready to shoot the ball.
And really just kind of got off balance and leaned in and picked up the foul. Holden trying to pick up some pressure on Gayden. Harrell with it out top. Kinloch turns down the wide open 20-footer, and that should be a turnover as it bounced. It did bounce off of Gayden. Good work by the officials communicating there, and Jeff Lebo didn't see it that way.
He's pretty stunned over there, but, you know, it was a great call by the official. And that's good. That's a great job of hustling by Thaddeus Holden here. Let's take a close look at it on replay here. Can't really tell from that angle, but, you know, when it's in doubt, you got to go for the ball.
One thing's for sure, Holden was sure selling it to the official, and he bought it. Crump, red-shirted last year, put on about 25 pounds. They're really looking for him this year to step up in the middle. And out of control, Stribling Freshman mistake picks up the foul.
You said it exactly right. There's another freshman mistake there, and you take a look at the lineup, and there's 3 freshmen. Great move to get to the basket, but you got to come in under control and pass the ball.
Del Baker making his first appearance, the 6'5" senior from Cleveland, Tennessee. He replaces Yarborough. Del's been battling a bad foot, high ankle sprain.
So is everybody on the Ballsy basketball team. I tell you, you know, the trainer even got hurt last week, from what I hear. So it's been a rash of injuries over there. I don't know what's going on.
We've got a discrepancy between the 2 officials as to whose ball it is, and it'll end up staying with Tennessee Tech. Cameron Crisp, a 6'3" sophomore from Bolivar, Tennessee, makes his first appearance. Both teams have cooled off dramatically. Nice defensive play by Stribling, but he can't corral it before it goes out of bounds. Buzz Peterson encouraged by the hustle play. I think you'll really enjoy the interview at halftime with Coach Peterson, talking a little bit about his philosophy, setting up his program, how it's gone so far.
And again, we talked about the knowledge of the game. Buzz is a student of the game. You know, Dean Smith, all those guys, you know, just tremendous knowledge of the basketball game and how to play.
Jolly misses from outside. The rebound goes to Tennessee, and then Tennessee Tech, showing that aggressiveness to the board, picks up the foul.
Big man to step up and box out and get the rebound.
Fouls on Beasley, his first, team second. Tennessee with a pair of 3-pointers, one by Holden, one by Stribling, and that's it. We played almost 9 minutes.
Tennessee Tech's defense is just bend and don't break. Unfortunately, right there for them, they broke, but at the same time, they're extending the defense out beyond the 3-point line and trying to make Tennessee take difficult shots. Crump with the ball there, and good inside pass, very good inside pass to Del Baker, and Baker was fortunately fouled for the Volunteers.
Fouls on Jason Harrell, his first, team's third. Baker misses the first free throw. He'll have another one coming.
That was Shaq-esque. That one kind of clanked off the board there.
Well, Dell hasn't had a lot of practice time either. That bad foot. Makes that one. And there's timeout on the floor. 11:47 to go here in the first half at Thompson Bowling Arena, and we've got a good one going. Tennessee Tech leads Tennessee 13-7. Back with more at Thompson Bowling Arena in a moment. You're watching CSS. Tune in to CSS tomorrow for a full day of college sports. Coverage begins at 12:30 p.m. Eastern with Jacksonville State and Troy State, followed by UNLV and Air Force at 3:30. We change gears in the evening to bring you men's basketball featuring 10th-ranked Iowa and Louisiana Tech at 8 o'clock. Our final event of the day, pit action. Tennessee trying a little pressure. Tennessee Tech with those great guards, no problem.
Buzz has got to be scratching his head over there. I mean, what lineup can I get in to put some pressure on defensively to cause some turnovers, and it's kind of extending the press there.
Long range shot, no good. Tech going to the boards. Crump goes over the top and then turns it right back over. And then Tennessee Tech turns it over. Here comes Holden. Reverse layup.
Oh, baby. Great shot. That is Holden. That was a great shot there. I mean, you look for the freshman to go in kind of timid there, and he goes in and reverse layup. Great shot.
That was the finish that you didn't see earlier. Sky hook. Nice move right there. That's Greg Morgan's first basket of the day. Neither team handling the ball particularly well, as you see, in their first regular season game of the year.
You don't see that much anymore of the sky hook, but Mr. Morgan stepped in and showed some youngsters how it should be done. Still a very viable shot.
Baker from long range. Crump keeps it alive, and Morgan picks up the foul.
Thaddeus Holden is really the one that's giving them some energy right now. You know, he's hustling. Look at this move here. You know, you think he's going to take it up on the right side. Oh, no, I'm not. Taking it up on the left side. Great finish.
You think Buzz brought that from Michael Jordan's repertoire at North Carolina?
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Looked a little Jordan-esque. Tennessee within 6. That's about as close as they've been in a while. Closing in on the halfway point of the first half. There's a nice move by Yarborough and a nice finish. Vincent Yarborough finally on the board, his first bucket of the game.
Vincent getting off the snide there with a great crossover. Hesitation move and went straight up and drained it.
Buzz Peterson has challenged Yarborough to take over. Long range bomb. Tech is cooled off. Crisp tried that one. Nice pass in the middle. Higgins to Crump.
Great pass. You know what I'm more excited about is Crump running the floor and able to catch the ball and finish with authority.
And he's still bothered by a high ankle sprain. It's very heavily taped.
I hope those injuries really aren't contagious. You know, we're kind of sitting close to the floor here.
Jolly misses. Tech goes to the board again. Nice pass inside and a nice finish by Morgan. He's now got 4 points.
Morgan, both shots with the left hand. You know, Jeff Lebo's really expecting Morgan to come in and give him some valuable minutes, and he's doing more than that right now. He's scoring.
Yarborough from 3 throws it out. Baker goes up, keeps it alive, and then Yarborough with a steal. 3 on 2. Takes it all the way and charges.
Poor decision by Vincent. Now what Buzz is going to have to do is take Vincent out of the game, and doesn't want to do that right now.
Let's watch Crump run the floor here on a great feed from Higgins.
Good heads-up move right here by John Higgins to get the ball to a running Brandon Crump. Great finish.
Brandon's already found that camera underneath the basket, too.
Found the camera as a freshman. Back in my day, you didn't do that till you were a senior.
As you said, Yarborough will sit. Coming in to replace him is Elgrace Wilborn. So the 2 tall freshmen, Wilborn and Crump, occupy the paint for Tennessee. And there's Crump. Nice steal. Tennessee trying to pick up the pace and close the gap to 2 here with a bucket. Maybe 1. Holden, long range.
Oh, baby. Thaddeus Holden, you know, you look for Vincent Yarborough to step up and take charge of the team, but Thaddeus Holden, he's doing it all right now.
He now has 8 points. He leads all scorers in this game. Jolly leads Tech with 5. Another long-range bomb. They're not falling right now for Tennessee Tech, and the Volunteers could take their first lead. Higgins can't buy it. Holden, though, comes up with a long board.
Shoot it again.
Try again. Tip.
Crump is saying, what freshman? I'm doing it all out here. I'm rebounding, I'm dunking, I'm running the floor. I'm doing it all, coach.
Now, last year, one NBA scout came to Tennessee's practice and said Crump could be the best pro prospect in the gym.
You better believe it with these last couple of plays that he's doing.
Oh, nice block there by Wilborn. And there's timeout on the floor as we go out. We'll watch the steal and the bucket.
Great job of stepping in front by Crump there. John Higgins here. Del Baker. Let's give it to him. That is Holden for 3 right there. The freshman making it happen.
And another long-range bomb, and Tennessee has taken their first lead of the night. We'll be back with more from Thompson Bowling. You're watching CSS, your source for sports in the Southeast. Everybody have time at Thompson Bowling Arena as Tennessee and Tennessee Tech are getting after it on the hardwood. And Stevie, the shooting is pretty interesting. 2
of 10 after a 5 of 5 start for the Tennessee Tech Eagles.
18-7 run over the last 9:45 for Tennessee after falling behind 10-0 to start this game. Still a 1-point game, and Wilborn's going to pick up the foul underneath.
Reaching over the top, you look for him to either front him or have better position behind him so that he will be between the man and the basket. That's a good job of posting up down there by Tennessee Tech. It's a ticky-tack foul, but nonetheless it's a foul.
Jason Harrell checks back in, the 6'7" sophomore for the Golden Eagles. Out will go Brent Jolly. Rebounds even at 9. And we've got a moving screen violation on Joey Westmoreland. That'll be his first foul. Jeff Lebo looking in disbelief.
I believe that face you see right there is permanently fixed on his face. You know, he just always looks stunned. You know, he's got the mouth open. He's concentrating.
It's a little Dean Smith-like. Of course, Lebo played for Coach Smith. Nice baseline move there by Stribling, but he couldn't finish. Nice hustle play by Wilborn, but he can't control it, and Tech will own the basketball.
That guy sure is animated, I'll tell you that much. Buzz Peterson getting on Stribling there and wanting him to finish the shot.
Peterson works the sideline. Nice move on the baseline. That's Kinlock. He's now got 6.
Great move on the baseline. And again, using a semi-sky hook there. And, you know, as I said before, that's still a viable shot. No one ever uses it anymore, but good way to get the defender off balance and tough to block that shot.
Try to double on Crump. He gets it out of trouble. Higgins in the lane. Can't buy it. And a good rebound for Tech.
Vols are having trouble right around the basket finishing plays. Got to finish though.
Long range. There's a three-pointer. Cash it in for Westmoreland.
Well, we said it before, they're a three-point shooting club.
And we've got an offensive foul as Janice Grindstaff tries to go baseline.
Well, already, this is the third time tonight that we've talked about Janice coming in and being out of control. Uses the forearm shiver there to push off a little bit. It's a tough call, but he's got to be more under control getting towards the basket.
Tennessee now with 16 fouls for the last 6:38 of the half. Tech will be shooting bonus. And Grindstaff comes up with a steal, and he cashes it in.
Good job of making up for the foul there. Janice is a guy that you pull for. You know, he's had a tough career, lost his parents, both of them to cancer within a couple of months of one another, and you just pull for a guy like that, and, you know, you just hope that he has a great senior season.
Tech leads it by a pair, and there's going to be a travel. That time, Lee Gayden got into the lane and got in trouble. Had to come down, had nowhere to go.
And again, you know, he left his feet, didn't have anywhere to go.
There's a good shot at Janice Grindstaff, who made the steal in the bucket a moment ago. Thaddeus Holden checked back in for Tennessee, replacing Stribling. We got a little extra message from Buzz Peterson on his way.
Sure did.
To a padded seat on the bench.
And Janice isn't the only guy tonight that's on the floor that's been through a couple of tough things. You know, you've had Deonton Beasley that suffered from Hodgkin's disease last year and set out the whole year, and you pull for him as well, because that's certainly a life-threatening injury.
Holden with his third 3. He's now in double figures. Tennessee leads, and Tech once again out of control. That time Westmoreland tries to drive the lane, loses it out of bounds, and Tennessee will bring it in with a 1-point lead.
Good defense here. Great hands by John Higgins. You can see the ball goes into the post. Perfect pass. But Higgins, great angle there. Clearly off of Tennessee Tech's guy's hands.
Higgins misses the 3. Here comes Holden. Excuse me, Gayden. And Kinlock cashes in. He's now got 8.
Good shot by Kinlock. I don't know how he didn't travel though.
5 minutes to go first half.
We get a good look right here for the first time at Tennessee Tech. They're trying to play a little matchup zone here against the Volunteers, trying to keep them off guard here.
Grindstaff, in and out, tip. Oh, what a tip by Brandon Crump.
Crump is always around the basket, so, you know, he's making things happen. It's a great tip.
Now has 6 points in the first half. Kinlock in the corner. Nice shot. I believe that was Beasley.
Sure was. Both teams are finding a groove right now. You know, Tennessee Tech got off to a great start. Tennessee caught up, and, you know, things are kind of calming down with about 4 minutes left in the half.
Pass inside. Back out to Holden. Looking for another 3. Can't get it. And Holden with great hustle is going to be fouled by Kinlock.
Great hustle by Thaddeus Holden, but at the same time, great hustle by Kinlock as well.
Tough break for Kinlock. You got to feel for him. He was going after the ball, but as he dove for it, as you'll see.
It's loose ball drill here. Who's going to get to it first? Thaddeus Holden just went up high, and Kinlock went down low, and Kinlock gets the foul.
Checking back in for Tennessee Tech, Adonis Hart, a 6'8" senior from Russellville, Kentucky. There's another young man you want to pull for. He's coming off 2 knee surgeries. Trying to come back and play his senior season. 26-25.
Again, Tech comes out in a 2-3 zone. I think they're daring Tennessee to shoot the ball from outside and make shots consistently.
I'll tell you, one person you haven't seen much of is Vincent Yarborough. Has seen John Higgins cash it in. His first 3 of the game.
Tickled the twine, but you know what? Didn't get back on defense. It's going to lead to a terrible foul. Putting El Grace Wilborn in a bad position there. And Buzz is giving him the business there. You know, getting back on defense.
Wilborn picks up the foul, his second. Tennessee over the limit. At the line will be Adonis Hart. And
got a couple of volunteers in foul trouble. I mean, Vincent Yarborough and Wilborn, and you know, these guys have got to learn to play without using their hands and fouling.
timeout on the floor, immediate timeout, 3:31 to go here in the first half. We're all knotted at 28 apiece as Tennessee and Tennessee Tech battle here at Thompson-Boling Arena. Back with more. You're watching CSS, your source for sports in the Southeast. Jeff Jacoby and Stevie Hamer back at Thompson-Boling Arena. 3.5 to go here in the first half of play. And we've got a dandy going, tied at 28, Tennessee and Tennessee Tech. Taking a look at the field goal percentages, Tech shooting 57% so far, Tennessee just 4%. The Volunteers, though, 35% on 5 of 14 threes, 33% for Tech on 3 of 9.
Take a look at the guys on the bench here. Marcus Hayslip, Ron Slade would make a heck of a difference on the floor right now.
Big difference. And Slade should be back sometime in Alaska. And as far as Hayslip is concerned, as soon as the semester is over, he becomes eligible, assuming he takes care of his academic requirements. He seems to be on pace. Tech going to a 1-3-1 trap, trying to give Tennessee a different look. That's Holden. That's 3 more.
That's the same old look for Thaddeus Holden. You know, that bucket seems wide open for him. I mean, he's making shots. He's doing it all. You look for freshmen like that not to be timid and to come in and have a great start to a game, and he's doing it.
4 threes for Holden, 15 overall, and he picks up a cheap foul there, reaching in.
Buzz he can't mind that foul, though. I mean, he's hustling and trying to get his hands.
Oh, yes, he can.
That may be true. You look on his face right there, and he's thinking, oh, my gosh. You know, but he's trying to get into the passing lane and get his hand on the ball and take it the other way. But fortunately, he got his hand wrapped over top.
Yeah, the reach-in is the easiest foul in the world to call, and he's going to get a little discussion right now as checking in is Derek Stribling. Ironically, Stribling left with the same type of discussion just a few moments ago.
I think he's learned his lesson.
Lee Gayden. Last season, we saw the stats. Great job underneath as Tech continues to go to the boards. They're leading in that category 13-10 at this point.
Double foul down low, back to kind of keep him from going around you. That's a tough call.
Tech gets the ball in the alternate possession.
Tennessee is now going to a 2-3 matchup zone. Giving the Eagles a different look. Great steal there by Dennis Grindstaff.
John Higgins can't finish. Here comes Tech. Volunteers still lead it by 3. Gayden, nice touch.
Gayden's a tough cookie. He's quick, uses his feet, quick dribbler, gets to the hole, gets to the open spot, and knocks down jumper.
Gayden and Jolly each with 5 points. Tech's got to feel pretty good to be a point down with that. Baseline, tough shot by Stribling, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul call underneath.
It's out there, like you said. John Higgins, you know, he wants the guy to make a decision, and, you know, unfortunately he missed the layup.
Pretty good defense by Jason Harrell. He kept good relationship with himself and Grindstaff. Really didn't give Higgins any place to pass.
Didn't give him a chance to pass the ball, but John Higgins wants to do a better job of getting to the basket, creating that physical contact so he could get to the foul line.
Antoine Jones picked up the foul. Grindstaff at the line for one in the bonus, and he hits the first one. 3 points now for Dennis Grindstaff. Looking for number 4 here in a 3-point Tennessee lead. I believe that would equal their biggest of the first half. And he's got it. So 4 points for Grindstaff. Tennessee going into a little full court pressure of their own.
They're bringing the run and jump here. Kentucky, if you watch their basketball team, they pride themselves in using that defensive strategy and works quite well.
Nice cross-court pass. Westmoreland, long range, can't get it. Grindstaff wheels out of there. 2-on-2. Spin move and another charge.
What you want Grindstaff to do there is pull up from 15 feet and knock down the jumper, or waiting for a filling John Higgins from the right side. You can't see him in your screen there. He gives him a brief look. Now stop right there and take the jumper rather than going inside and taking the charge.
Most of the time, when you're out of control, the benefit's going to go to the defender, especially if he's a good actor.
You're exactly right.
Still a 3-point Tennessee lead. We close in on the final minute of this first half. Glad to have you with us tonight on CSS.
I think the zone is working quite well for Tennessee.
Long-range bomb by Gaden, no good, and the rebound comes out to Vincent Yarborough, who's back in the game. Where's Vincent been? He took about an 8-minute rest.
Sure did. I think he needed some time to think about what's really going on.
And a 10-second call right there. Buzz Peterson was trying to get some instructions in, and Higgins just wasn't paying attention. Long range Jolly, cash it.
You can't leave him open. That's where he's going to be the zone buster. Tennessee has to do a better job of identifying where he is at all times to make sure he doesn't get an open look like that.
Shot clock and the game clock are virtually even right now. Dribbling. Yarborough. No good. He's fouled. That'll be 3 shots. Foul's going to be called on Beasley. He's his second. And Vincent Yarborough will go to the line for 3 shots.
But again, Vincent's not really going to the basket. I mean, he's settling for the outside jumpers. I think he's at his best when he fakes the defender and goes around him and goes to the basket hard.
And basically, Vincent has 2 points here in the first half. And he still has 2. You'll remember the one bucket Yarborough had was a little shake and bake move right there at the corner of the lane.
Buzz certainly needs his senior captain to have more than 2 points in the first half. But the supporting cast for Buzz has done a good job of picking him up, and you expect him to come out in the second half and be ready to score.
Yarborough will try to give Tennessee a 2-point lead, and he does. Del Baker checks in.
During the game that we had.
Jolly and Grindstaff have been jostling for position all night. There's Brent Jolly. If you recognize the name, his sister Kelly played a point guard for Pat Summitt on a couple of those national championship teams. 5-4 underneath, and that'll end the first half of play. Just as we said, Stevie, it's a tight one. We played 20 minutes of basketball at Thompson Bowling Arena, and your score is 35-33. Tennessee leads it. Coming up, the Shoney's halftime report with first half stats, highlights, and an interview with Buzz Peterson. All coming up next on CSS, your source for sports in the Southeast. Hi, everybody. Jeff Jacoby and Stevie Hamer back with Shoney's at the half. Glad to have you with us as we've got a dandy going. 35-33, Tennessee by a pair. And Stevie, you look at Tennessee, you got to be saying thank goodness for Thaddeus Holden.
Thank goodness he's right for Thaddeus Holden. You know, he's come out and played and done what Vincent Yarborough hasn't. You know, we really expected Vincent Yarborough to set the trend here, to score more points, to be the leader, but he certainly hadn't done that, and Thaddeus Holden has done it all.
And then you look at Gaydon and Jolly, the guard tandem for Tech, who they look to score 30, 35 points a game, and they've only got 12 here at intermission.
Well, they started off 5 for 5, Tennessee Tech did, and they cooled off a little bit, and we expect them to do that. But Jolly and Gaydon, you know, they got to get more point production out of those two as well for them to stay in this basketball game in the second half.
This is the debut for Buzz Peterson in the regular season here at Thompson-Boling Arena, and we had a chance to talk with Coach Peterson earlier tonight about his program and how it's going. Buzz, can you believe that opening night's finally here?
It's incredible how fast it's gone by since April 4th, the press conference, and it's time to get started now. And it's an exciting time. It's a time you look forward to. It's a time I've been waiting for since the press conference, and it's just to hear the music, Rocky Top, all that stuff, and it's going to give me some chill bumps.
You've experienced this before, though. You're from just over the mountain.
Yeah, I have, and I've been to a lot of basketball games growing up as a kid, seeing Coach Mears' team, Coach DeVos' team. So they were very good teams back then, and so we're hoping we continue what Coach Green has done and keep this team going to the NCAA tournament.
You come from Tulsa. They're just a year. You win an NIT tournament. Had to be tough to leave. What is it that drew you to Tennessee?
What drew me to Tennessee was the SEC being one of the better leagues in the country, but more importantly was being back close to family, being in an area where I call home. Grandfather's from the area of Knoxville. My dad graduated from UT, so just coming back and being close to family, and it's always been a dream opportunity for me. I just didn't think it'd come my way, and so when opportunity came, you know, I was ready to jump at it and get on it quick.
When you think of Tennessee, you think football. Obviously, you're in charge of the basketball program. Can Tennessee become a basketball school?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, football's done well. I mean, but look what else has done well. Golf was ranked top 3 not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. Track won a national championship. Coach Webb, I mean, did a terrific job. Tennis was in Final 2 last year. Baseball, Coach DeMonico's team was in the Final 4 last year. So all the sports have been successful. Lady Vols basketball team is Coach Summit. Their program has done tremendous in the last 27 years under her leadership. That's a program we look as a role model program for us, something that we need to try to get our program to go after.
When you got here, what did you find and how the kids responded to what you're bringing to this program?
They wanted the type of discipline I put into a program. The background came from North Carolina. They wanted that. So they've been very receptive. And as far as hard work, they've done it in the classroom, on the floor. So that's all I ask from them. Just give me your best, and they've been very receptive to that.
What is the one thing, if there's one thing you've brought to this program, is it discipline?
Well, discipline is something that we always discuss, doing the right thing when nobody's around. It's one thing Coach Smith told me, if you want to have a successful program, you better have strong discipline in your program. So that's what we base a lot of things off of, and team unity, unselfish play, and I want the players to get to know me as just a person like they are. So that's why I spend time with them. Besides, not in the office, on the floor, we'll have children's hospital, church, at the home, whatever. We try to spend a lot of time with one another.
We'll talk a little bit more about that when we return to Coach Peterson at halftime, and we return in just a moment. You're watching CSS, your source for sports in the Southeast. And it really looks to me like you love being around them.
I do. They bring the youth out in me a little bit, so I love to spend a lot of time with them, and it takes time to get to know them. So this Alaska trip coming out, it'll be a great time to spend a lot of time with one another and get to know about the backgrounds and all that stuff. So it's the player-coach trust relationship is very important. To get that going, I need to know a little bit more about them. So it'll take some time, but this is a great way to do it on this Alaska trip.
I had a chance to see you this morning with your son at a local radio station doing an interview, and family appears to be very important, not only yours, but you actually bring this team in kind of as an extended family, don't you?
I do. My wife looks at these are 11 guys or just like our sons, and we got to be parents for them while they're away from home, and family is very important to me. My faith in Christ, my family in this profession, that's how I live my life, and if much time I can spend with my kids and my wife, I'll do it. So little Rob, my son's been with me all day long except for about 3 hours. Even though it's a game day, you know, it's important I'm focused, but you know, we've been preparing for this game most this week, and he loves the locker room scene, the pregame meal and all that stuff, so he hangs around with us.
I understand he also has his own basket at practice.
He does. They set it up for him, and he loves to shoot, but every once in a while gets a little intimidated when the big boys come out there.
Talk about your team this year, just a little bit in general. Injury bugs really bit you.
It's gotten us a little bit. The positive thing about it is it's in the early part of the season, and hopefully we can get everybody healed. But I don't like to make excuses. So-and-so is like Hayslip's academically ineligible. Slade's been hurt. Our Keocore's been hurt. Baker's been hurt. Crump's been hurt. Those things happen. And it's a University of Tennessee's basketball team is injured, and we're going against Tennessee Tech, a very strong team. So, no excuses about it. It's two good basketball teams going head-to-head.
As you look at this team in the Southeastern Conference race coming up, you've been around championship programs. You've played on a national champion. You've coached an NIT champion. If you get Slade back, if you get Hayslip eligible, can this team contend in the Southeastern Conference?
I really believe so. We've got some talent that can carry us a long way. Once we get everything together like we want it, it'll take some time, the transition period. I believe once we get that going, we get our chemistry right, some good things can happen to us. But you never know. You never know how teams will click, whatever. I just make sure that we play unselfishly, we're one strong unit, and we give 110% effort every time we step on that floor.
Coach, thanks for talking to us. Best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Coach Buzz Peterson here at halftime. Back with more from Thompson-Boling Arena when we return. You're watching CSS, your source for sports in the Southeast. Jeff Jacoby and Stevie Hamer back at Thompson-Boling Arena. We're at halftime where Tennessee holds a 2-point edge over Tennessee Tech here after the first half. Let's check the statistics from a very interesting first half. Field goal percentage. Tennessee Tech over 50%. Tennessee well under 50. 3-point field goals, though, the Volunteers have made up a little ground there. Free throws, pretty even. Rebounding belongs to the Golden Eagles, who have gone to the boards well. However, they've also turned the ball over 4 more times, giving the Volunteers more opportunities. And off the bench, Tennessee with almost a 2-1 margin.
Well, you take a look at that key figure, free throws. Tennessee is 3 of 5, and what that tells me is they're not going to the basket strong enough. Got to get to the line, got to score points.
Back with more as we'll have the start of the second half, and we return to Thompson-Boling Arena in just a moment. You're watching CSS, your source for sports in the Southeast. Back at Thompson-Boling Arena, the second half underway. Tennessee with the ball first. John Higgins. And all of a sudden, there's Tennessee Tech again, starting much like they did the first half. And the Volunteers see that 2-point lead evaporate quickly, and we're tied at 35.
Already a turnover, and what was caused by that was because Vincent Yarbrough didn't come and meet the ball. They had a sure dunk on the inside with Elgrace Wilborn, but Vincent didn't come and meet the ball to make the dish. And another turnover.
Here comes Gaden. Cross court to his running mate, Jolly. Gaden from long range, give Tech the lead. This looks like instant replay of the first half.
This is not a replay of the first half, folks. Tennessee's just coming out again and very subtly not playing defense. They've got to do a great job of getting back, but they're turning the ball over just as they did in the first half.
Stribbling from the corner. Tennessee kept it alive, but Tech comes out of there with it.
Jeff, who wants to win this game more? Right now, you have to say Tennessee Tech. They want to win the game more. They're getting all the loose balls. They're doing all the little intangibles right now.
Yeah, this is a veteran basketball team. They're picked to win the Ohio Valley Conference. Little sky hook, no good by Kinlock. Tennessee trying to run. Stribbling, works against Westmoreland. Kicks it back out to Wilborn. Round the horn.
Go to the basket, Vince. You got to go to the basket.
They've been asking him to do more of that. Holden trying to create. Yarborough, he's tough from there. Give it to him.
15 feet and out, he's very deadly, but again, you can't settle for those outside jumpers. The three-point shot, you got to get it in closer to make a more makeable shot.
6 points for Yarborough. Holden leads Tennessee 15, including 4 threes. Let's move inside. Good challenge that time by Wilborn, and here comes Yarborough.
I like the way Elgrace Wilborn always gets up in the air. He's always contending shots.
Yarborough misses. And here comes Tech. That's Jolly. Don't leave Gaden alone.
Gaden 2 for 2. Raining threes for the Eagles, Tennessee Tech. Got to do a better job of closing out. That he's holding was a little bit late, trying to help there in the middle, but got to close out a little better than that.
Gaden now with 11, including 3 trays, as he and Holden have a 3-point shooting contest. Stribbling, no good. And Tech with a 4-point lead has the basketball.
You just wondered who's going to come out and be the aggressor right now, and you know, it just looks like Tennessee Tech wants the game more.
Wilborn way off Kinlock, who's not a threat from outside. And Jolly's going to be fouled by Stribbling. Grindstaff checks back in along with Crump as Stribbling and Wilborn take a seat. Buzz Peterson having a little chat with Stribbling, doing a little good. And we've got an over the back call on Beasley. That's his third. The 6'6" senior out of Atlanta, the Cat is what they call it.
Cat, the big cat.
Tech, an 8-2 run to start the second half. It's turned a 2-point Tennessee advantage into a 4-point Golden Eagle at Cushing. Nice move, Holden.
He's doing what Vincent Yarborough's not. Be up, head fake to get the defender off of him, going to the basket, making a shot.
He has certainly been the story so far. Jump hook in the middle, no good. Yarborough high for the rebound. Terrell missed it for Tech. 41-39. Tennessee can tie it. Crump gonna travel. Good defensive pressure by Kinlock. But we understand we are back on the bird and welcome you back. 61-54. Tennessee has played very well while you've been away. Shot outside, no good by Harrell, and Tennessee will try to increase what is a 7-point lead.
You fans at home certainly don't want to leave the television right now. This is shaping up to be a great finish.
Stribbling, trying to get it inside to Wilborn. Will go out to Del Baker, who's in the game for Tennessee.
You know, you look at this lineup right now that Tennessee has on the floor. Who do you go to? Who's your go-to guy? I think it's that guy right there.
He's been money all night. Missed that one. Jolly, nice pass inside to Kinlock. He'll miss it, then get his own tap to score.
Buzz has got to be careful here, and he's going to get a timeout. Can't afford for Vincent Yarborough to sit out too long. They need him right now. They need his leadership. They got to go back to him.
Buzz Peterson calls a 30-second timeout, so is joined by Harrell, Beasley, Jolly, and Morgan. Tennessee, Holden, Yarborough, Grindstaff, John Higgins, and Brandon Crump. Looking for the lob underneath you.
That's another tough call there. It seemed to be the Tennessee Tech got a hand on the ball and knocked it out of bounds. Let's take a look at the replay here. Double team, good job of Vincent getting out of the double team, but it's clearly tipped out of bounds by Morgan. Tough calls down the stretch against the ball.
17 turnovers now for Tennessee. They lead it by 5. 4:40 to go. Long way to go in this one. Grindstaff pounding Jolly. It's a deflection.
Tennessee's got to be careful. Got to be careful.
Harrell misses the shot, but he's fouled. Fouls on Crump, his second. 15th foul of the half. Free throws in this game. Tennessee 7 of 11, Tech 6 of 8. So pretty even in that department.
Shooting 2.
Jeff Lebo's got to be extremely happy with the way his team has fought and stayed in the ball game and made a threat in this basketball game against Tennessee.
Kinlock comes back in, replacing Morgan.
Double screens for John Higgins, trying to get him a great look at the ball.
Grindstaff out of control. Does manage to get it off to Yarborough, who can't score, but he's fouled.
Whirling dervish is what I like to call Jennings Grindstaff.
DeAnton Beasley has his 4th 15 foul against Tech as we watch it again.
Take a look at Jennings Grindstaff, and really, he is really lucky that Vincent is standing there and able to get the ball and go to the hoop.
So Yarborough goes to the line to shoot 2. If he can hit one of them, it'll be 20 points for him tonight. First one up and rolls in good.
Buzz has a few more gray hairs tonight than
did when he started.
when he started.
He's got more hair than Lebo, though. Second one also good. No offense, Coach.
No offense. We love you.
Yarborough now with 21. The Tennessee lead is back to 7. Beasley looks in for Kinlock, can't find him. Harrell now.
I'm really anxious to see how Tennessee finishes this game, because in Tennessee teams of past, they haven't finished very strong. And what you want to see them do is shut them down right here and challenge the shots and get the ball to go the other way with it.
Beasley with the offensive board and the putback. It's a 5-point game again. Holden being hounded by Gaden. Nice move.
Really pressures the ball. Got to go up stronger than that, big fella. Ah!
Look at Yarborough. Yeah,
Great play by Vincent Yarborough. You can't say enough about this guy and his effort in the second half. I mean, they shut him down, hit him to 2 points in the first half. And you take a look at this guy, it's like night and day. I mean, Vincent Yarborough's doing it all. First of all, you know, you got to go up a little bit stronger if you're Crump here. But Vincent Yarborough comes through, misses the shot, tips it to himself, and a great shot of Vincent Yarborough to finish the play.
Trying to complete the 3-point play and give Tech an 8-point lead. And he does. Timeout on the floor. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here at Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville, Tennessee. Tennessee leads Tennessee Tech 66-58. Back with a finish when we return. You're watching CSS, your source for sports in the Southeast. We'd like to welcome everyone watching our game this evening, and now you are watching it again on Charter Sports Southeast Channel 63 in nearby Morristown, Tennessee. Glad to have you with us tonight on CSS. Stevie, Vincent Yarborough, quite a turn of events in the first half. 4 points, 2 rebounds. Now he's got 24 points and 11 rebounds.
Well, that's what Buzz wants him to do. Be a leader. Take control of this basketball team. It's his team. And you look at goes, the team goes.
You look at the backcourt starters. Tech with the edge, but not as big an edge as they might need to try to win this game. Holden really doing a great job for
That's great
Tech.
It's great D. Tennessee is extending that defense again to put more pressure on Tennessee Tech.
Nice job on the backside. And that's D'Anton Beasley for a pair.
Dale Baker got caught asleep on the backside, and Buzz Peterson's giving it to him. You know, he fell asleep on the backside and didn't box out. Let's take another look at it. Should have had the offside rebound in here, but that's his man right there. Misses it the first time, and Dale Baker's still standing on the floor. Buzz is not happy with that.
Yeah.
Not happy with that. Here, got to look long opposite right now.
Crump just about went over and back, still having problems. Nice job. Yarborough from Crump.
Good job. Brandon Crump stuck with it. Looked like a deer in headlights there for a little bit, but he stuck with it. Corralled the ball and got the ball to wide open Vincent Yarborough for the dunk.
8-point lead. We close in on the 2-minute mark. This is where they look to Gaden. Nice feed. Outside, Jolly's had a horrible night from out there, and it continues. And now we've got a foul called on John Higgins.
Crowd isn't gonna like this one.
As he and Westmoreland got hooked up underneath. The foul will be on Higgins. Excuse me. It is on Westmoreland. I was with you. I thought they'd called it on Higgins.
They called it on Higgins.
Second foul on Westmoreland. It'll send John Higgins to the line. And Higgins at the line. Not having a great offensive night with 6 points. However, he's done a nice job running the floor.
John Higgins is a steadying factor for the Tennessee Volunteers. You know, you look at his facial expression during the game, it never changes. I mean, he's always the same. Whether they're up by 20 or down by 10, he's always the same.
Higgins with 5 assists tonight. That was his 7th point. Also has 4 boards from his point guard position. Makes that one. He's got 8. That's the longest lead, or matches the longest lead at 70-60. The other one was at 61-51. Long shot outside Beasley, no good. Rebound underneath by Harrell. He'll kick it back out around the horn. Finally, Jolly gets one to go.
Again, Buzz is certainly not happy with the second chance opportunities that his Volunteers are giving up.
7-point game, 32nd timeout called by Jeff Lebo. You get a good look at him there. Basketball this year. 7-point lead, 1:38 to go. Could become a free throw shooting contest here pretty quick. Crump, Holden, they try to drive, loses it. Yarborough picks it up, can't score. Rebound to Gayden.
Well, if you're Tennessee, what you really want to do is use some time right there. I mean, Thaddeus Holden, being a freshman, drove the ball the length of the floor. Now you gotta use some time here.
Holden gets the rebound. Harrell picks up the foul. Holden will go to the line with 1:18 to go.
And Buzz is saying here, look at the clock. I mean, you know, the clock is on our side. We've got to do a better job of thinking the game.
Gayden leaves it. Harrell fakes, drives, tough shot in the lane. Can't get it. Gets his own rebound. It comes out. Tech can't buy one.
Tennessee got caught flat-footed again. You know, they've got to box out. Got to put forth some effort there. And again, you'll see more effort being put forth in a Buzz Peterson coached basketball team. Driving to the basket. Of course, they're going to look for threes right here. Head fake, gets Crump in the air. And look at Tennessee guys. They're just flat-footed. They're very fortunate they didn't score.
Vincent Yarborough with 26 points goes to the stripe to try to increase a 7-point Tennessee lead, and he does not. Second one in a row. Tennessee has missed the front end of the 1-and-1, so Tech still with a life. Jolly way out top. Shot no good. Rebound underneath. Knocked away from Kinlock. Grindstaff has it, and he's going to be fouled by Crisp.
Look at that look. Look at that look.
Oh, my. Whoa, my. You think that'd get your attention, Stevie?
Should get your attention. I mean, you know.
Wade ever look at you like that?
I don't believe so.
No?
No, I don't believe so.
70-63, Grindstaff will take his shot. And it's good. Jennings picks up his third free throw of the evening. 5th point of the night, looking for number 6. And he's got it. 30-second timeout called by Buzz Peterson. And despite the fact that his team leads by 9, you can see that there's lots of work to be done in Knoxville.
What do you want to bet he's telling his team right now? Box out. That's the number one thing. I mean, we got to shut down the three-point shots on the outside, guard against Jolly and Gayden, because you know
Tennessee a 7-point advantage since intermission. Grindstaff's going to pick up his third.
And look at Buzz again. He's saying, use your head. You know, we don't need that. The clock is our ally. We don't want to stop the clock and give them a chance to go to the free throw line with some time not running off the clock. You have to be smarter in those situations.
Tech still leads the rebounding battle, 39-31. However, the Golden Eagles not yet in the limit. Not yet in the bonus. Tennessee is not yet over the limit. Stribling comes in to replace Crump. Volunteers going with a much shorter but much quicker squad. In fact, not a forward or center on the floor right now. Unless you count Yarborough, I guess
he's playing the 5.
Swing forward.
Two Tennessee guys fighting for it underneath.
Oh, and a nice job by Thaddeus Holden to save a ball boy underneath.
Great catch.
Was that a great catch of a young man or what?
Great catch.
Let's check this out.
Let's see if we can catch this on camera here. Two Tennessee guys fighting for it. Thaddeus, you won't see it, but he kind of clips a ball boy and almost takes him out.
He picked him up, kept him from getting hurt is what he did. And a turnover by Tech. Gosh, you got to take your hats off to the Golden Eagles.
That look says it all right there.
Jeff Lebo's team came in here tonight, gave Tennessee all they wanted and then some.
Well, Tennessee Tech is going to have a very good future. Jeff Lebo under their guidance is going to be a great team in the OVC. They're picked to win, and I think they will.
Clock winding down. Tech's not going to foul. By the way, since that 10-0 run for Tech to start it, Tennessee outscored the Golden Eagles 72-53 down the stretch. And this game is over. As you saw Jeff Lebo and Buzz Peterson shake hands. And the Volunteers have picked up win number 1 on the season as they beat Tennessee Tech 72-63. We'll be back and recap it from Knoxville when we return in just a moment. You're watching CSS, your source for sports in the Southeast. To the background, Jeff Jacoby and Steve Hamer at Thompson Bowling Arena, where Tennessee has beaten Tennessee Tech 72-63. I want to remind you that coverage of tonight's game on CSS has been brought to you by www.css-sports.com. There you'll find our weekly schedule as well as other information about our network. CSS is your source for sports in the Southeast. Stevie Hamer, good win for Tennessee. Tennessee Tech, they're going to have a lot better nights.
Yeah, they're going to have better nights. Great coach. Just ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw here at Tennessee.
And that buzzsaw was Vincent Yarborough. 26 points tonight to lead Tennessee. Thaddeus Holden chips in 16. It was Lee Gayton with 17 for Tennessee Tech. For Stevie Hamer and our crew here, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Final score, Tennessee 72, Tennessee Tech 63. You're watching CSS, your source for sports in the Southeast.
It's a pretty